the New York Mets, they say goodbye to Buck Showalter just a year after he wins NL Manager of the Year. Talk about his dismissal. Obviously, disappointing year in New York for the Mets. You think that was justified? Is it the situation where things happen and look, somebody's gonna take the bag on this one? What happened with Showalter in New York?
Scott, thanks for having me on. The Showalter thing is it's interesting because he's had a long-standing career in Major League Baseball, and when you hire him, you know what you're getting, right? You had an excellent baseball man. Hasn't won the World Series, but has come close a couple times. Got himself to the postseason. Experience, handles clubhouses really well. Your interaction with the front office isn't always a smooth transition, so that's always a part of that. But like you said, they won over 100 games last year. Now they underachieved. They got bounced in the first round there because they lost the division. I think that didn't help him. If you go back a year ago, yeah, he was manager of the year, but not finishing the job against the Braves to win the division. Then you lose to the Padres in the wild card round. So there's a little questions there. Then you have the highest payroll in the history of the sport, and you underperform. And obviously the trade deadline came, and they traded all those high profile guys. And they didn't win. They end up well under 500. So somebody there has to take the blame. Now, listen, I think there's plenty of blame to go to the front office, to the general manager, even to ownership. And the players, they try to take their blame. But in the end, because they have a new guy coming into the front office, the president of baseball operations, David Stearns, I think it was the time you could make the argument to start with a clean slate and let him pick his own manager. I think that's, in the end, why they made the decision a year ahead of his contract expiring.